Senator from New Jersey.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, a month ago, I came to the floor to speak on behalf of America's homeowners. Since then, tens of thousands of families have lost their homes. Since then, we've been watching home prices fall. We've been watching foreclosure rates skyrocket, and we have been watching tens of thousands of Americans lose their jobs. In my home state of New Jersey, over the next 2 years, we expect more than 57,000 homes to be lost to foreclosure. That means 57,000 families who will have to hand over the keys to their home. 57,000 families who will be forced to say goodbye to the place where they were nurtured and comforted, a place where they lived through the good and bad times, a place they came home to every night, a place they celebrated birthdays and wept over losses. In the words of families who know what it feels like to lose their home, they feel like they've lost everything. Nationwide, the number of foreclosures that are going to happen if we don't act is unfathomable. 2 million. 2 million American families are in line to lose their homes over the next 2 years. And everyone stands to lose from foreclosures. Lenders report losing tens of thousands of dollars on each foreclosure. Neighbors see the value of their own homes drop. And when we see that 63,000 Americans lost their jobs just a month ago, when we see weak earnings reports from businesses, wild swings in the stock market, and the collapse of a major firm on Wall Street, we can see that this housing crisis is truly shaking the entire economy to its core. It clearly has a major ripple effect. We all know that the heart of this economic downturn is the housing crisis. So the question is, how long are we going to watch before we realize it's time to take action? Now, Mr. President, I marveled when a year ago, this past March, I said at a Senate Banking Committee hearing, we are going to have a tsunami of foreclosures. And the Bush administration said, oh no, that's an over-dramatization. And I said, then I hope you're right and I'm wrong. The reality is we haven't even seen the crest of that tsunami take place. Now, not only did they say it wasn't real, but they refused to act in any meaningful way. But when it was clear that a major investment bank on Wall Street was in trouble, the Bush administration rushed to the scene like firefighters responding to a 5-alarm blaze. $30 billion put up to ensure that J.P. Morgan Chase could buy Bear Stearns. Now, regardless, and we will be reviewing both the propriety and the way and the standards that were used to pursue that, whether that is the appropriate standard, the way Bear Stearns ultimately was priced. But a full year into the subprime mortgage crisis, they have done nothing but hit the snooze button on the alarm as millions of Americans watch their dreams of homeownership go up in smoke. So it's time we react with the same urgency and seriousness, no matter if the people who are in financial trouble are occupying a suburban home in Madison or a row house in Newark or Camden. Now, I'm hopeful that today, finally, there is a glimmer of hope for homeowners who have been left to fight this battle alone. It's clear that members on both sides of the aisle have gotten the message that it's time to act. And it's clear what our goal has to be: helping families keep their homes, and in doing so, helping our economy, which affects all of us, all of us. So I'm pleased that we've made what seems to be an important breakthrough in the chamber. I have the utmost faith in Chairman Dodd and Ranking Member Shelby that they understand the urgency at hand, that they will do their best to put it forward in a workable solution that we can all support, and I certainly hope it's one that I can support as well. But I strongly support the Reid bill, the Majority Leader's Reid's bill, as it is, and I understand the nature of compromise and negotiation, so I know it will change. But I would hope that bipartisanship won't mean that we will stray far from providing the direct assistance that homeowners need to stop foreclosures. So here are a few key steps that final bill, I think, has to take. First, we need to provide funding for counseling in order to reach and keep families at risk of losing their homes. Many American families, I saw it on this recess where we were working back in our states, many American families are sitting around their kitchen tables looking through their mortgage bills, their finances, and yes, their bank notices, and they don't know where to turn. They don't know exactly what to do. It's not like they've got a pot of money sitting in the bank. They don't. They're trying to keep it together, keep their families together, keep their hopes and dreams and aspirations together. These counselors could offer them real solutions and options to help them avoid receiving that foreclosure notice, or even worse, foreclosure itself. The Reid bill puts forward $200 million to make sure counseling reaches those who need it the most, and I think that's incredibly important. Second, we need to provide funding to allow communities with high foreclosure rates to access community development block grants. Communities can use these funds to purchase foreclosed properties for rehabilitation, rent, or resale. Now, having a foreclosed home sit abandoned in a community doesn't benefit anyone. And this is one of the key points that I always make when I talk about this issue, Mr. President, because a lot of people say, well, you know, that's not about me. I got the right mortgage. I'm paying for it. This is about some people who made the wrong choices, and I don't want to pay for their wrong choices. The problem with that is, first of all, and I'll talk about it in a moment, people were led to choices where maybe they didn't have the financial literacy, maybe they didn't have the wherewithal to fully understand the nature of what they, in many cases, were being misled to, into a mortgage product they should have never been in. But, you know, even looking at it in that respect, the bottom line is it affects us all. Why? Because a foreclosed home that sits abandoned in a community doesn't benefit anyone. It decreases surrounding home values, and it can attract crime and vandalism. The bottom line is that foreclosures destabilize neighborhoods. The funds in this bill allow communities to stop that death spiral before it starts. Now, some argue that stepping in to help our communities recover from the housing crisis would somehow be a blow to the concept of personal responsibility, because some homeowners, as I said, made bad choices in signing up for subprime mortgages. Well, first of all, let me say, don't get me wrong, personal responsibility is important. And that's why we need greater support for homeowner education, for foreclosure counseling and financial literacy, so anyone thinking about buying a home will be able to understand the terms of their mortgage, even the fine print, and have the tools to protect themselves. But, Mr. President, what I have a problem as I listen to so many in the chamber is it seems that personal responsibility is always talked about as it relates to the consumer. Personal responsibility isn't just important for homeowners, however. Every participant in the life of a loan needs to step up and take real responsibility and action. What got us to where we are today? In my mind, unbridled, free market extremes, excesses, without appropriate regulation or without the attention of regulators has brought us to where we are. Now, I believe in the free market, but when it is unbridled, this is what happens. Every broker,